How's it going, everybody? Coming back at you with our latest sales update for eBay. It has been kind of slow this week, but that's all right. We're going to keep listing. I'm going to give you a little insight as to why my sales might be a little bit slow, but also what we have sold over the last 24 hours here. First of all, we have this Tonka fire department truck. This is not vintage. This is not anything like crazy or anything. This is actually just my son's, and he was just looking to clear out stuff and make a few extra dollars. It's actually sold for $10 plus shipping, and I think it was like $12 for shipping, so like $22 total. I bet you it wasn't that much more originally when it was new, but it's probably in that era of still in demand but probably discontinued. This isn't like a vintage metal Tonka truck or anything like that. So anyway, he'll be happy. He's gonna help me pack this up here as soon as we finish filming the video. And then we sold these shorts. These are the loudmouth golf shorts, and we talked about these last week. We bought them, lots of bright colors, totally 90s style, got arrows and all sorts, just kind of like that sort of color. And again, a good lesson that just because it's not summertime doesn't mean you can't sell shorts that are still in demand. That this took less than a week to sell, or about a week to sell. I don't know the exact amount of days, but about a week to sell and getting things moved out. So you can still source and sell products that are high demand even if they're not in season. Sure, maybe I could have gotten $5 or $10 more if I waited till next summer, but then I'm sitting on them for 8 months. So I'd rather just move them quickly and get them out of the house. Now, why have sales slowed a little bit? Well, honestly, it has a lot to do with me right now. I've got a 3-tiered system of making money right now. And so tier 1 is today money. That is to pay the bills that come due, right? And that's what food and gig delivery is right now. And then tier 2 is tomorrow money. That's my eBay sales. In other words, this is for stuff that getting out of debt, working on future projects, that sort of stuff. And then I have next year money, which is kind of some of the stuff that I'm working on behind the scenes with the YouTube channel. But when bills are due, then today money becomes the priority. And right now, of course, since we're near the end of the month, I got some bills and stuff that are due. So I've been out doing more gig delivery work. We also had a car breakdown, and so we've been renting. So I've had to kind of work extra to make up for that. And so there's a lot of things going on. And with that, at the end of the day, I have a little bit of energy left to get a couple of things listed, try to keep the store fresh. But honestly, I'm just exhausted, because I'm out doing 12, 14 hours of delivery a day. And, hopefully, I hope things are going to sell, but if things don't sell because you're not listing as many as you normally are, that's just what it is. And so once we get through this weekend, I should have a little bit more time freed up, a little more opportunity to both be sourcing and listing going into the beginning of November. So we're going to still pound it. But it doesn't mean that you can't still sell stuff. Even if you're only listing 1 or 2 items a day, like I am right now, I still was able to sell 2 items. And of course, that's not the long-term trajectory I want for the store, but it is my current reality. And sometimes you have to just put your long-term goals to the side, make sure you take care of the things that are most important. And in the meantime, we're still growing the store. We're still making our eBay store better. We're still selling stuff. We're still moving things, still getting things shipped out to customers quickly. But it is just going to be kind of limited, and we're going to try to double down at the beginning of next month. And at some point, we hopefully will get to the end of the month where I don't have to do excessive amount of food and gig delivery to pay the rest of the bills. I'll just have eBay that is doing that for me. But we're not there yet, and so that's okay. That's why we're documenting this journey, the highs and the lows. We're not going to get down on ourselves. We're just going to keep pushing and learn the lessons that we can along the way and make the best use of our limited eBay time that we have. And so I did get some of the high value stuff from that thrift haul that I showed you. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, the $300 thrift haul that we did a couple of days ago. We already have multiple watchers on some of those items, and so I'm excited about that because the sooner they get listed, the better chance they have to sell sooner, of course. But in the meantime, I'm not going to wallow in self-pity because I can't do this full-time. I'm going to work so that way I can get to do it full-time. And that's what we're going to do. And in the meantime, we're going to celebrate the sales as we have them. So let me know what has been selling down in your eBay store in the comments below.